Falcon Talk. I'm De Niro Singh, and I'm here with Liam Groman. Today we will be doing an episode of Overrated, Underrated. Let's get started.
Cats.
I feel like they're underrated. I think they're the little brother in the conversation against dogs, but I think cats have a lot to bring to the table, and I don't know.
I think they're pretty fairly rated. People either love or hate them, and I think that's fair because I'm a middleman when it comes to cats. I like cats, but I'm definitely a dog person. I want to have a cat in the future, but like some cats just aren't nice.
Yeah. I mean, it depends, because if you like adopt a cat that's like been around, they could be a little bit more threatening because they've got a slew of problems. But if you raise a kitten, you raise them right, they're great creatures.
They're either hit or miss.
Yeah.
Dogs.
I think they're overrated. I mean, man's best friend, I think that's a crazy title. I think it's, I don't think every dog can meet that standard of man's best friend. So I'm going to say overrated here.
I'm going to say fairly rated. I think man's best friend is true. You can't get better than a dog. There's no better pet.
Bold take.
Fiji water, trash, overrated, tastes like plastic, overpriced.
I mean, you look at water in a store. Like, you go to Walgreens, you're really thirsty, you need water. You look in the water fridge. Are you really looking to Fiji first? No.
Never.
And I think it gets too much praise for something that just tastes like everything else. I don't get it.
It's not good.
I'm going to say overrated.
Barbecue sauce, overrated. I'm not a barbecue guy at all.
I am a huge advocate for the barbecue sauce fandom, leader of the barbecue sauce fan club. I would say that it's overrated. And this is coming from someone who uses it on literally everything. It's a great condiment, but people give it too much praise. I have to accept that.
You're only gonna see me using barbecue sauce for dipping. I'm never gonna put it on a sandwich. It's just can't do that.
It's fair. It's not very versatile in that fact. It plays its position. That's it.
Black and white printers, underrated. People don't appreciate it.
It's a great take. That's a great take. I mean, everybody looks for the color printer to be the star, but you know what? No one looks to that bench player in black and white printers. Does its role. Doesn't try to be the star. It's the Scottie Pippen to the Michael Jordan of printing things out.
You really don't need a color printer most of the time. It's just there for show most of the time.
Agreed.
Bowling, underrated.
I would say it's underrated in the fact that it's a great, like, if you're hanging out with friends, it's a great, hangout spot. It's relatively on the cheaper side, so I think it's a good third spot for anybody who's a little balling on a budget.
Could be a little pricey, but they got those deals. Those deals come in clutch. Cookies and cream, slightly overrated.
I would have to say the same thing there.
I like cookies and cream a lot, but it's being used too much, overused.
It doesn't have that wow factor that some of the the top players in the league have.
It's a little basic.
Yeah, it tries to be that combo, but it doesn't hit like chocolate, vanilla, your Neapolitan flavors. It doesn't hit like that mint chip,
Yeah. Electric bikes, overrated.
I would say they're fairly rated. I think if you're a kid and you're not old enough for a car, I think for transportation, especially if you live around here in Locust Valley, Bayville, everything's so far apart. You need a bike, and I think that kids should just get out there and exercise and ride a bike like I did. But you know what? I could appreciate it. I could really appreciate it. Fairly rated on that one.
I strongly prefer just regular bikes. Just get some exercise. Be old-fashioned. It's fun. Fire drill, underrated.
Yeah, I agree. Just running, in class, you never know. You're taking a test or just in class. You don't want to be in math. You hear the fire alarm go off.
Get some fresh air.
Go outside. Even
nice.
if it is five minutes, that's a morale booster for the rest of the class.
Could be a little cold, but just be better prepared. You're definitely not going to leave your bag there. Like, if you have anything important, you're going to take it out. If you have a jacket, you'll put it on. Just be prepared if it's cold outside.
Agreed.
Honey mustard, Fairly rated.
Yeah.
Fairly rated.
I'm not a fan at all. I really don't like any mustard at all.
Honey mustard is the only mustard I like.
Even so, I don't think it's overrated. I think it gets the praise
Very.
it deserves. You know,
Fairly
from that fandom. You know, I can appreciate if you really love it, but it's not very versatile.
Hot showers.
It's a hot shower.
What's your take on this?
I think they're fairly rated. I think everybody that takes hot showers every morning, it's a great way to wake up. I know, the Andrew Tate fans are going to get mad. They're going to be like, okay, well, cold showers, be a Sigma. I don't agree. I think a hot shower, it's a great feeling. Really, it wakes me up in the morning. If I don't get to take my hot shower in the morning, I come into school sluggish.
I feel that. I agree. Fairly rated. Versatile. Mobile games?
Mobile games. I think it depends on what you're playing. Like, if we look at the ones there, you have Roblox on the phone. Just think about that. Just one app. You have all the different games. You can do whatever you want. It's a lot of fun.
Pokemon Go. That's up there. You gotta remember the Pokemon Go trend. That was a great era.
Looking at 8 years ago now that it came out. Insane.
Candy Crush.
Getting old.
Pretty solid.
And it's a great way to pass the time.
A lot of old people playing that on ridiculously high levels.
My mom's a pro.
Sushi. Fairly rated.
Yeah,
Fairly rated. I'm not a big sushi guy myself,
me neither.
but I could get down on a piece of sashimi.
Agreed. If it's put in front of me, I'll eat it. But I think it's it gets the praise it deserves. It's good food.
Man purses. Underrated. I could rock a man purse.
I think I would say I'm pretty well versed in fashion, and I like to get dressed up, but I think the man purse is, if there wasn't such a stigma around it, I think
It's
that
looked down upon.
it is
Unnecessarily.
it is and it's helpful. Like, think about all the extra things you can hold.
So handy.
So many pockets in that one too. It's a great one.
Cold showers.
I would say they're underrated.
Underrated.
I think, if you need to wake up, stay up, you need to get into that, rock hard mindset, like I'm a champion. I mean, that's good montage kind of
You
cold
just
shower.
in a hot shower, just at the end, a big long splash of cold water. That's fantastic.
That's valid.
Paintball.
I in my youth, I airsofted a lot, which is like the BB guns, and that was a lot of fun. It was a little more tactical, I feel, than paintball. So, like, I would say paintballing is overrated because there's, like, a better approach to the sport of,
I'd say fairly rated. Because airsoft is a little more just high caliber. So for little kids, I'd say paintball is better
definitely.
for the fun aspect.
It's a good entry level, and it hurts though. You ever get a welt from paintballing? It's insane.
Yeah, you just
Insane.
gotta wear some long sleeves.
Come out with marks,
Mini golf. Underrated.
especially around here. It's underrated.
Yes.
You go to the Scream Park, that pirate mini
It's
golf
not bad.
course.
It's pretty good.
It's a great 18 holes.
Cheap too.
I mean, can't get a better deal for mini golf around here. I think it's and it's just underappreciated. That is a great course.
Definitely.
If anybody goes around and finds a better mini golf near here, tell me, because I genuinely want to know, because that is the best course around.
Should be used more. Mini golfing, especially in the screen park, so convenient, very cheap. Gotta do it more. Once the weather's nice.
Yeah, it's huge.
Water parks, overrated. They're yucky, they're gross. Lots of little kids, lots of old people with their little kids. Not for me.
Not for me either.
Amusement parks, fairly rated.
Fairly rated.
Better alternative to a water park and more fun, more sanitary.
I think so too. That's a huge part for me, is the sanitation.
Movie theaters,
Underappreciated.
I'd say fairly rated. Because some people really go to the movies very consistently, a lot. And some people just don't. But it's a fun thing to do, especially if you are a movie enthusiast.
All right, well, I think that's going to wrap it up for our overrated and underrated segment. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Falcon Talk.